it reminded her of, you say moussaka, I say moussaka. Hi everybody. It smells good. It smells oniony right now. It's gonna get better.
Yes.
I've already started cooking. She's got the cameras rolling. This is the Papa from the Papa's Kitchen and the Nana.
And you haven't cooked in a while.
I haven't cooked in a while, a couple weeks at least.
Yes.
And I did a little bit at Jill's when we were there.
Yeah.
But I was gonna tell you what I'm doing here because you're probably wondering. I am making a Mediterranean lasagna, which I remembered I had as a filed thing to do one day. And what got me thinking about it again was when we were at Jill's for Kenya's graduation.
Yeah, a lot of Mediterranean food.
She did Mediterranean, so she did the chicken shawarma, beef shawarma, gyro meat, hummus. She made her own hummus outstanding. I've never eaten hummus. She's gonna have to make that for me. And so I got all excited with those Mediterranean flavors, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come home and do this for us. Yeah. And so what this is called Pastitsio. Let me think about it. Pastitsio.
Is it Italian?
Yeah, no, it's Mediterranean.
Say that without spitting.
I know it. But what it is, a better way to say it, it is a Mediterranean lasagna. It really is. A Greek lasagna, maybe is the way to say it. And so it uses hamburger meat and lamb, a pound each.
Oh, good.
And right now I've already got my onion sauteing. I did about one large yellow onion, and that's about a cup and a half. And I'm sauteing those down about for 5, 6, 7 minutes here. And then I'm going to brown my meat in there. And then we're going to add some beautiful Mediterranean flavors. Cinnamon, cayenne pepper, just a little of that, some oregano, and even some fresh thyme I'm going to put in there actually. We're going to add some wine to it. And we're going to add a tomato, in fact I got the can right here, a tomato puree. And you should have it with chopped tomatoes in it. I didn't have any of that, but I had a can of whole tomatoes, so I just grabbed them, chopped them up. Yeah, there you go. Can you see that?
Yep.
And I grabbed them, chopped them up. I'm going to drain all that juice off because it's going to be too much. And I'm going to use that. I just use what's in the pantry, which I'm sure you're glad about. So me going and buying all sorts of other stuff like I do usually.
Every time we go to the store, we spend $100.
I know it. I've been staying out. So let me get this going down a little bit more, Sue, and then I want to show you how we put the whole thing together. Earlier, I got my pasta going. I need about 3/4 of a cup of the small shells. And so I put that in water, added my salt, make it as salty. I mean, I watch some of these chefs, they dump salt in, make it as salty as salt water.
You probably rinse it.
Yeah, you rinse it, and right, exactly. And we're going to use that, and then we're going to add on top. It's a little bit more intense, this recipe. We're going to add on top of bechamel sauce, which is cheese and milk, and
so you felt
there's
like
going to be yogurt.
Tonight.
I felt like working with this today.
Okay.
Because Jill got me going. It's her fault. I'm going to, really, I think we've got a good deal coming. I've never made this dish, but it looked so interesting when I clipped it a long time ago that I thought, you know what, now's the time to bring it out.
So let's talk a minute. Jill is our son's wife.
Yes.
And we were at our granddaughter's graduation.
Yeah, first granddaughter's graduation. Yeah.
And
their oldest
first child's
yes,
graduation.
Right.
Kenya turned 18.
Right, because Judah, Belle, and Luca now have already graduated on Sarah's side.
Yes. Yeah. So you weren't able to make it to Luca's graduation, which was the week before.
Nope.
And I made it to that.
Yeah.
So you guys are reaping the benefits of vlogging these graduations.
Yeah,
which, I can't believe they're already this time of the year.
Oh my goodness.
Both of them were homeschooled, so they were able to pick whenever they
moved
wanted.
fast, yeah.
But on Jill's, all that food, that Mediterranean food, made it really unique.
It was so good, and they had about 100.
Yeah, people loved it. Yes.
Unbelievable,
So
they loved
yeah.
it. I want to keep eating Mediterranean. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So anyhow, all right. So let me
Okay.
get set up here, Sue, and we're going to cook this thing.
There we go. That's lamb.
That's the lamb, going in a pound of that, ground lamb. You get that at the store easy. And I'll get it in a little bit tighter in there. And then I'm going to do a pound also of ground beef. And I think my ground beef right now is I'm doing 85-15. I don't know that it really matters per se, but
That's a lot of meat.
it's a lot of meat, yeah. And this is a nice thick casserole. Actually, it's going to bake in the oven at 375 for about an hour. And the Parmesan cheese goes, you're going to love this. It's going to be great.
I'm sure.
Sometimes I love to do simple recipes and just, be done with them kind of thing. Other times, I sort of like the challenge of a little bit more sophisticated, more challenging recipe, which this is. And it keeps your skills good. So again, get that, start breaking that down back to the spoon. I hope I got a big enough pan here. Once this cooks for about 10 minutes, it's going to take, then we'll start, we'll drain everything off that's some juice there, and then we're going to add the wine. We're going to cook that for about another, about 2 more minutes and let that cook good. By the way, on the wine, I've got a French wine, which is a very dry red wine here, called, and it really is good to cook with. I enjoy cooking with it. Called, get this, now here's my language skills again, Côte du Rhône, Côte du Rhône. I'm not, you know me, I don't do language at all. I can hardly say sayonara, and we're going to Japan here in a few weeks.
Is that goodbye?
Yeah, I think so. So anyhow, this is looking so good. I'm getting excited about this. This is a Friday night meal for us. It'll
Yeah.
be fun.
We'll have leftovers with this one.
I think we will. I'm gonna send, my dad's coming down tomorrow for dinner. I'm gonna send some home with him.
Oh, good
Remind me.
idea.
Yeah. He'll love it.
Why not the whole?
Doesn't call for it. It would be too much.
Oh, it'd be
pasta.
too much.
So we'll let that cook, and we want that fully cooked. Now actually, I'm just going to leave this here. I meant to keep a little bit of the water and just right then forgot. But it's going to be added into our dish right there and stirred in. And then that's all going to be incorporated with the bechamel sauce and then put in my big casserole dish over there. And that's going to be good. All right, that's cooked enough. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the tomatoes in. And we're going to put the puree in. If I don't make a mess doing it. And that's a 28-ounce can, by the way, folks, of tomato puree. And at this point, all I want to do is I want to make sure this is all incorporated, stirred around. I'm being very careful because I'm running out of lip space here. But this will cook down some as we cook it for about 40-45 minutes. I'm going to lower the temperature. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this particular pan over to my stove and put it on simmer. And then on this induction plate, I'm going to also, in a little bit, as we get closer to the 40-45 minute timer on this, I'm going to cook the bechamel sauce with some flour, milk, and cheese. And I'll show you how we make that, and that's going to be good. Butter, of course. Nothing.
Always butter.
Always butter. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful?
Yeah, it does.
So this is going to be good. So I'm going to go down here, and again back with the spoon.
You taste it, huh?
I'm going to taste. Oh man, that's really good. Really, really good. Okay, so over to that stove, and then like I said, I'll come back in just a little bit, show you how we do the bechamel sauce, and then I'm going to pull everything together. I've got my big casserole dish. Everything goes in there, along with the pasta. It all gets mixed up. It gets a little layer of the bechamel sauce on top, along with an egg, or 2 eggs, I think, and some yogurt, and that makes a nice layer. And I'm even going to sprinkle some lots of Parmesan cheese inside of this and in the bechamel sauce. So, like, that was good. You're going to see it all put together. It's worth doing. Anything worth doing is worth doing right, and this is one of those things that it's going to have a phenomenal taste, and it's going to be an enjoyable dish.
Forgot something, huh?
I did. I forgot to put the fresh thyme in, which to me, the addition of thyme in almost any dish is always a delight. It really is. I just love it. And
where did that fresh thyme come from?
This one was from Publix.
Oh.
Mine is not quite ready.
Yes,
in there
it is. There's enough in there.
Oh, is there?
Yep, there
well,
is.
This was left over from a previous cook,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm going to get rid of it. And I just take the leaves off and best I can here. And, oop, I don't want that to stick in there. There we go. And
our garden flourished.
yeah, our garden's doing great. We went away for a couple of weeks, came back, and lo and behold.
Yep.
It was neat. There we go. So let's throw that in there a little bit. Good. All right. Okay, I want to tell you what I'm doing. In a small saucepan, I've got 1.5 cups of whole milk and 1 cup of cream. And I'm just heating this up ahead of time so that it takes less time to cook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make just a very simple bechamel sauce, a white sauce, French white sauce. That is going to be the, really, I guess you could say it's the topping of this Mediterranean lasagna. But be that as it may, see that's getting nice and warm. I can see the steam coming off. So I'm going to put this aside. And in this other pan, saucepan, the bigger one, I have, in fact, let me turn that up. I have half a stick of unsalted butter, okay, 4 tablespoons unsalted butter, and I want that to get hot and bubbly. And then I'm going to add to that somewhere, oh, here it is. I've got a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to make the roux. And then as that's incorporated and the flour taste is cooked off, I'm going to then add that milk cream mixture, and I'm going to continue to stir that, whisk that, for about 5 minutes until it becomes nice and creamy with no lumps. And so with everything, you gotta, it takes a little time, but boy, when you do it, it does so good. By the way, I've been simmering the sauce on the back burner back there on the stove, and I had Susan taste it, and the cinnamon that comes through, it reminded her of moussaka, that Greek.
I say moussaka.
You say moussaka, I say moussaka. My Greek buddy George in Lincoln taught me how to say it right.
He said moussaka?
Yeah, moussaka.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably right, but we said our
If you're
American.
Greek, please let us know.
Yes, please.
Don't correct us, but just let us know you're Greek.
Yes.
All right, so there you go. And that's almost melted.
Well,
That's
this is
looking
almost like the same dish, only that one has eggplant.
good. Yeah. Oh, goodness, I put my nutmeg in there. It was caught in there. Okay, let's come back to that in a second. Okay, so there's the hot butter, you can see. Putting my flour in, and I'm just gonna stir that. I don't want it to burn, but at the same time, I do want that flour taste. This is how I make biscuits and gravy in the mornings sometimes. Same idea, except there I use butter, but I use bacon fat or sausage fat, and that's really good. Grease. Just let that cook here for a few moments. like maybe 2 minutes. And got about 10 minutes to go on the simmering over there. By the way, while you're doing it, get 2 eggs out, because in fact, we're going to open those up and scramble them not scramble them, but whisk them real good. And I'll show you what we do with them and with yogurt. And you want full fat, plain old Greek yogurt. Oh, doesn't that look good? Okay, now then, I can bring along my warm milk and cream mixture, and I'm going to slowly pour it in. And you just really keep stirring things around in here until everything is incorporated, and you've got a real nice, rather thick sauce. Now, it's really without flavor, but we're going to add the flavor by adding nutmeg, salt and pepper, and about 3/4 cup of ground Parmesan. So it'll come up with this beautiful cheese flavor when we're ready here. So again, I wanted to keep that cooking for about 5, maybe 6 minutes here, stirring it all the time. Sue, could you get me a Kleenex over there? I'm so hungry that my nose is running. Thank you.
So when you're hungry, your nose runs?
It does. My father has the same problem.
Yes, your mother used to.
And she did.
She would always say, you wait till you get old and it's going to happen to you.
She did say that. She cursed me, and it just occurred to me. So there you go, and that's looking really good. Beautiful. I want that smooth, and I want it thick. And by the way, there's nothing as beautiful as grating in fresh nutmeg.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that. And so we're going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon of that.
I would never have done that.
Bring this down just a little bit on the heat. I sure don't want things burning. That's why I'm constantly stirring here. It's doing so nice.
You're doing good, hon.
Yeah. I like this kind of cooking sometimes. I don't like it all the time. You know, I'm not that kind of gourmet cook where I have to do this all the time and make these great sophisticated dishes. But every once in a while, I like a dish that gives me a bit of a challenge, has a little bit of intensity about it, which this does. And I've already dirtied about 4 pans or saucepans. Oh, by the way, my oven is preheating right now at 350 degrees. I think, yes. Oh, look at there. So look at, it's getting nice and thick, as you can tell. And now watch, what you want to do is just make sure that that's coating. And it's coating. That's just beautiful. So that's sort of the idea of how you want this to go. Now, having done that, I'm going to add the nutmeg to my sauces first. So I'm going to turn that off. I don't want it to cook anymore. And let me get my grater.
And the nice thing about this is when you turn it off,
oh, that's so nice, yeah. So there again. Let's see if I can avoid dropping the nutmeg itself in there. Oh, it smells so good. About 1/4 of a teaspoon. Stir that in. There we go. And then I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to be a little on the shy side with the salt because the Parmesan, I didn't get quite a teaspoon, has, you know, it's a salty flavor too. So I don't want to oversalt something, but at the same time, salt brings out flavor. So, and I want about 1/2 teaspoon of, you can do just 1 teaspoon too, of pepper. That's going to make that really good. Get that all incorporated. Okay. Bring this back on again. Let me just take that down like that.
It's thick.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Pretty thick.
All right, so that's sort of all incorporated. Now, 3/4 cup of ground, or grated rather, Parmesan, okay? And you can get some fresh Parmesan and put it in your blender, not blender, but your food processor, however you want to do it, and get this all stirred around. That's just my oven letting me know it's preheated. Oh, that's just beautiful.
The eggs will make it even thicker.
That makes it thicker. And honestly, the way we're going to assemble this, you'll see, it actually, this doesn't just fold into the meat sauce per se.
It lays on the top.
It lays on top. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do, and this is going to throw you, but it's going to really make this actually fairly good. I want you to take about a cup of your meat sauce, the tomato and meat sauce, and add it to your bechamel.
This is still cooking, you know.
I know it, it's fine. Add it to your bechamel, just like that. And that is going to get those flavors incorporated into that topping. Oh, that's just beautiful. And what I'm now going to do that's incorporated, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to remove this from the heat, although I don't have to move it. I'm just showing it to you because that thing turns right off immediately. But I'm going to take it off the heat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit and cool for about, sorry about all the noise, for about 10 minutes. And when it's cooled down, I'm going to add the beaten eggs, and I'm going to add can't remember, I think it's about a half a cup of the yogurt. I've got to actually look and go back and look. And I just burped, sorry. And then what we'll do is we'll assemble everything, put it in the oven, cook it. It's gonna be so good. So hang on, it's not done yet, but oh, this is fun, and my saliva glands are watering, I'll tell you.
You keep swallowing.
Oh, I keep swallowing. I know, it's terrible. Terrible. Okay, good. All right, so give that about 10 minutes. In fact, Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, one last little thing to do with this. It's cooled down enough now.
Yeah.
I think. I better let it cool a little bit more, actually, because I really don't want to put my egg in there and make scrambled eggs. That's the deal, okay?
Exactly.
And I've got my yogurt, so give me another. I'm coming back at you in another 5 minutes. Let
the yogurt will cool it down, though.
It will cool it down. Shall we try it?
Well, we just put the yogurt first.
I'm going to. Should we try it?
Okay, do it. Put the yogurt.
Okay, 2/3 cup. I said half earlier, but it's 2/3 cup of yogurt.
That should cool it.
Yeah, that will cool it, actually.
Let's see.
Well, I haven't stirred it in yet.
That's pretty hot.
I know, but hang on. I'm going to hear from somebody about that right there.
About using your finger?
Yeah.
You know what? People just need to understand.
I'm eating it myself.
You're not a professional cook.
No, and my dad's going to eat it, and he's the one that gave me all my germs.
Less, yeah. Not only that, you wash your hands.
I do.
Whatever.
And with that same finger, which has not gone to my mouth. Yes, it's cool enough.
Okay, good. It's like testing a baby's bottle.
I'm telling you. So in that goes, and we're just going to stir that all out. 2 eggs, lightly, heavily beaten. Beaten. Heavy or light, I don't know. Oh, beautiful. Okay, this is where it comes fun now, folks. What we're going to do is we're going to add, oh yeah, you can see how that egg just makes that suspended like, and just does its trick. Spoon again, I mean finger again, yeah. For those that are watching, count.
You should get a spatula.
Should I?
Yeah.
All right.
This one right here.
Okay.
My favorite one.
All right.
Because it's red. That's the only reason. No. It's because it's like a spoon spatula.
I want to show you now how we assemble everything. And this is really where it gets fun. And then the big fun is eating it. All right, so I've got a real problem. You know what? Nope, I couldn't do it.
Do you have to butter that?
No, I've just got to blend this with the meat sauce. So what I want to do, I'm going to put about half of this in here, pour some meat sauce over, and blend it while it's in here, and then do the rest, because my pan ran out of room.
So you don't layer it like a lasagna?
No.
Except for the top layer.
Yeah, just the top.
Yeah.
It's going to really have the layer. Oh, I want every last bit of goodness there. That is lovely. And let me put the rest of this on.
See, that's hot too, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the pasta's cool down. And I just really want to get this all nicely incorporated.
That's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There's always a way to solve the problem. I'm gonna have a hard time letting this cook in the oven because I'm ready to eat it now, if you can imagine. And I've got to let this go for about an hour in the oven. What time is it? 5:30. We're not gonna eat till 6:30, Susan.
No, it's okay.
Isn't that neat how that sort of comes together like that?
Yeah. You got to get it in the corner.
I'm
there
going to.
you go.
That was the last corner to be done. And tasting it, oh, that cinnamon comes out of that, and that just tastes so good.
Good.
There it is. All right, now on top of that, if you can believe this, okay, on top of that is we're going to add this bechamel sauce, and we're going to spread it evenly over the top.
That's when you use your spatula.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mrs. David.
Yes. Looks yummy.
It is yummy. This might end up being a little longer video, but I hope you've stuck with it and keep with it until we have the taste test. Boy, I wish some of you were here because this looks so good. I wouldn't mind saying, hey, try this. See what you think. Tell me what you think.
We'll see if it's good enough that you do it again.
Yeah. I'd have to do 2 of these for Sarah's family.
Oh, at least.
But I do think it'd be something they would like.
Yeah.
Okay, now look at, before you put it in the oven, the last thing, 3/4 cup, it's a little bit more than that. Put the 3/4 cup of Parmesan all over the top. And I'm using this bagged Parmesan just because I didn't feel like chopping anything.
That's finer. That's almost like
It is.
Yeah.
But it's going to do just like what we need it to do.
So it's finer than grated, but it calls it grated on the
I
package,
know it.
isn't
It's
it?
just what it is.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
A lot of people like that.
Yeah, it makes life easy. Okay, in for 1 hour into my 350-degree oven, and in a few moments, I will show you what it all turns out to be like.
All
And
right.
we'll eat it. All right. Okay, it turned out so good, and I was so anxious to get into it that I forgot to even turn the camera on and show you. But I'm going to get into this.
Are you hungry?
I am starving.
It looks wonderful. Look at all that topping on there.
Oh, that's all. Let's just see what I get
And it's
here.
not soupy.
No, it's not soupy at all.
No, not at all. Oh, great.
Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna cut the.
Look how thick that is. So good.
It smells delicious.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh, you do have another bowl. I didn't see where you were going to put it. There it is.
Oh, there it came out
Wow,
better.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad I didn't eat much today.
I mean, I didn't eat anything. I had a piece of toast for breakfast. That's been it.
Oh, wow.
I've been waiting on this.
Looks wonderful.
Oh.
Okay, take a bite and let's see what
All
you
right.
think.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Really good, huh? That's great.
It would somewhat remind you of
Moussaka.
moussaka.
Okay, tell us, am I right or is he right?
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, good. Okay.
I gotta get to eating, folks. Sorry, I can't do any more talking to you.
Well,
We'll see you next time.
we'll put a link for the recipe in the description box. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.